The Russian invaders are probably preparing to blow up the dam of the Kakhovka hydroelectric power station. Analysts of the American Institute for the Study of War came to this conclusion. The Russians' goal is to flood the coastal area and widen the Dnipro River in order to delay any Ukrainian military counteroffensive. At the same time, Russia is evacuating the residents of Kherson from the right to the left bank. They withdraw their elite units, officers and their families from there.
They, the Russians, perform certain manipulations with the water that they are trying to drain from the reservoirs. They continue the blackmail that the Ukrainian armed forces are allegedly going to inflict a critical blow on the HPP itself, but it was they who mined the critical infrastructure facility, and it was they who fired all Ukrainian workers, leaving only their trusted specialized personnel. It was they who limited access to this object and strengthened its regime. Natalia Humenyuk, head of the Joint Press Center of the Operational Command South, on the air of the Ukrainian National Telethon.
The dam connects the two banks of the Dnipro River in the Kherson region, and it keeps about 18 million cubic meters of water in the reservoir. If the dam of the Kakhovka hydroelectric power station is blown up, all the water will rush downstream. According to the President of Ukraine, Volodymyr Zelensky, in the flood zone there will be more than 80 settlements, including Kherson itself. Undermining the dam will mean a large-scale catastrophe. Of course, we understand that the occupiers are indifferent to what will happen to the territory of Ukraine. With this act of terrorism, they can destroy, among other things, the supply of water from the Dnipro River to the Crimea. The North Crimean Canal, in the event of the destruction of the dam of the Kakhovka hydroelectric power station, will simply cease to exist. Also, according to Volodymyr Zelensky, such a terrorist attack by Russia could leave the water tanks for cooling the reactors of the Zaporizhzhia nuclear power plant without water. As a result, this can lead to its complete stop, with the impossibility of restarting. But undermining the dam of the Kakhovka reservoir is not beneficial for the Russians themselves, experts say, since the water will flood the left bank to a greater extent, where the invaders are evacuating at the moment. It is not profitable for the occupiers to simply blow up the dam, because now their main positions are located in the potentially flooded places. All their equipment, which is now shelling Mykolaiv and even Ochakiv from the Kinburn pit, will either be flooded or sucked in by swampy sands. At the same time, different experts confirm that if Russian troops still go to undermine the dam of the Kakhovka hydroelectric power station, two districts of Kherson will be seriously affected. The shockwave of water will wash away the nearest settlements on the left bank of the Dnipro, but the water level stabilizes rather quickly, which is also unprofitable for the occupiers. The destruction will be severe. The destruction will be exactly on the bank on which the Russian troops will be located, and this is possible in only one case, if they are deeply evacuated through the Crimea and from there to the region of the Krasnodarsky Krai, when they have no plans to even defend Crimea, because in 5 days all these processes will pass, the water will subside, and a direct road to Crimea will be opened for the armed forces of Ukraine. From a military point of view, these are all rather absurd decisions. To prevent Russia from committing its plans to blow up the Kakhovka hydroelectric power station, Ukraine calls on an international monitoring mission to take control of the situation, to return Ukrainian personnel to the strategic facility and ensure immediate and professional demining of the aggregates and the dam. Reported by Pavel Stelmach, Natalia Husak, Volodymyr Shtengelov, UATV News.